How guys said this video will be mostly about the Joker because none of the other movies will basically have a chance at the box office. Joker is about to it's so this is box office. So I'm not the only one to talk about this. Joker nears $850 million to become the most profitable comic book movie ever. So Joker has grossed more 571 million overseas, more than BVS, 849 global Q, $849 million, which is 15 times its reported $55 million budget. Of course, Scott Mayo, so you're not including advertising, um, which was probably around 50 to $60 million, and also it is the highest grossing R-rated movie is gonna pass Wolf Warrior 2 was the highest rated unrated grossing unrated movie. Um, and it's a very quiet weekend with Joker basically here. Here's the comparisons here: Batman v Superman, the worldwide comparisons, because I only do domestic comparisons, and Dark Fate opened in a few markets, which nobody really cares about. As on 50 million overseas, so from this weekend specifically, it'll go beyond 40 million next week. Um, it beat Batman v Superman 849 million. Venom, it's just shy of Venom. Okay, without a penny of China, it beat BVS and overseas. It's about to beat Venom. It passed the Mask. Um, and its most profitable comic book movie ever. The budget was close to 60 million. It'll be still be there once past 914 million a week from today. Either way, it'll net around $500 million in profits. So here's the goals here. So Joker is number one at the box office here. Um, and we can do the comparison between. I'll just do the comparison here because you can do the comparisons with other movies. Um, I'm gonna do BVS here, and no BVS. Okay, Joker is catching up to BVS. Okay, Batman v Superman. Joker's like catching up to BVS really easily. Joker will probably is okay. Another movie that comparing Joker to is Guardians of the Galaxy, which it actually beat this week if you do the weekend comparison. Guardians of the Galaxy, um, goes $17 million. It will be ahead of Joker because that's Labor Day weekend. Here Joker is way past Guardians of the Galaxy here, and it has passed BVS each week since its opening week. It has passed Guardians of the Galaxy every week, probably except for the fifth weekend here. Will probably drop down to 14 to 13 to $12 million. Here's Joker versus Guardians of the Galaxy here. Number three, then there's Deadpool and Aquaman as well. But there are also other movies. I'm only comparing it to superhero movies, not and there's also Deadpool 2. So Joker is about to catch up to Aquaman here. And it only passed Man of Steel. We don't need to make that comparison anymore. Deadpool and BVS here. It also beat Deadpool on this weekend. Yes, it beat Deadpool on. No, it was Aquaman, not Deadpool. Sorry about that. It also did it still beat Deadpool, okay, on this weekend. So we have the weekend comparisons: Deadpool 16 million, Aquaman 17 million, Joker $18 million here. Okay, seems that's like the average for these movies. Okay, Joker, Aquaman, BVS, and those types of movies. Let's see if it beat Aladdin. Okay, Aladdin goes like yeah, Joker beat Aladdin except for its last week, and see here, Aladdin is still behind the Joker by a $14 million margin now. Joker has actually beat Aladdin. It has been, which Aladdin's actually one of the best comparisons to Joker because Aladdin also opened with that $90 million opening, as well. And another one of the best comparisons if you want to use a non superhero movie. I don't know why I don't know why internet froze. Hello guys, hopefully Google doesn't freeze this time. We're back to the box office again. So we have here Joker is beating Aladdin, which is beating Aladdin. The margins are fitting, but we want to use to see Joker's possible future success. All we have to do is compare the movie to Aladdin, because the Aladdin opened with the same amount, and the movies actually got closer and closer each time. I think Joker will gross around 12 million. It's gonna be behind Aladdin around 9 to 8 million, 6 to 7 million, and then 5 to 4 million for the two, and then just 2 to 1, $1 million on its 11th weekend. Possibly another $1 million because they want to keep Joker alive during the holidays, around New Year's. Because Joker will also have the Thanksgiving when Thanksgiving comes around 4 weeks later. Um, yeah, and then so 8th weekend, which is the Thanksgiving, I think, around the 8th weekend. 9th weekend, 10th weekend, 11th weekend, and then 12th, 14th weekend Joker will do okay, the well end. And then 15th weekend onwards, it'll probably fall down from there. there. And Joker will probably have really great legs throughout the holidays. Might actually pass Deadpool at the very end of this. If it actually does, we'll be astonished here. And Aladdin as well, which here is just performing like every other normal movie now. Might actually stay above these movies and actually catch up to, Aquaman, Deadpool, BVS, and all these other movies. Um, Joker is, even if it doesn't have that great of legs, it's still going to pass BVS and Guardians of the Galaxy, which are already passed down its opening week. But now let's stop giving the Joker all the spotlight, as there's other movies that come out as well. Next movie is Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. So this movie actually passed Dark Phoenix at the box office, made $293 million. It is performing way better on the weekend. Um, Which, this performance was probably giving Disney a heart attack, basically. Saying, oh no, a terrible movie isn't doing too well. Um, I don't, and this is performing very similar to Godzilla, because on Godzilla's second weekend, it was at here, $293 million. So, I don't really think Maleficent is really being a success like Disney is going to try to portray. Oh, this movie is such a big success. It's probably gonna end up around 360 to $400 million. I don't think it will gross 500 to $600 million, or even over $400 million. It might actually gross under $400 million. See here, the box office it just dropped 50%. And we have several movies we can compare it to. Dark Phoenix, it's already past Dark Phoenix. Alice Through the Looking Glass is actually now past that movie, so is actually doing way better than Alice with the Looking Glass at the very least. Um, but Alice with the Looking Glass did have a worse opening, and it always beat Dark Phoenix's worldwide gross as well. But the movie has still fallen behind Joker, and I think it's gonna continue on falling as new releases continue to come out throughout the next few weeks. So I think this success, this 1 week success, 1 weekend success, is gonna be very short lived. So oh yeah, if you also compare to Dumbo. Dumbo, that's actually Dumbo. Dumbo, 2019. So Dumbo. So here's Maleficent versus Dumbo. Where it's Dumbo Which, if you look at Dumbo, and another movie is A Wrinkle in Time, this is another Disney movie that flopped. You kind of see that this movie's numbers are not too promising. So Mercy Mistress of Evil versus A Wrinkle in Time and Dumbo. At this point, it is past A Wrinkle in Time, which Disney eventually tried to force this movie to go to $100 million. Mercy Mistress of Evil. Godzilla King of the Monsters also goes down $100 million. And this is Godzilla. Yeah, day 10 Godzilla was at $78 million. $76 million for Dumbo. So yes, it's not Maleficent's probably gross if it continues doing like this, it'll probably gross in between A Wrinkle in Time and King of the Monsters and Dumbo here, which both came out this year. Zombie Land Double Tap. People won't compare it to Zombie Land Double Tap because it came out in the same week. Zombie Land Double Tap only has one movie we can really compare it to, and that's the first Zombie Land. Next is the Addams Family, which dropped 28% because of its holiday release. It's grossed $84 million. It's also United Artists releasing its highest grossing movie. We're going to see how well it does in next week. That's what it's going to do to make the most amount of money. Okay, the Addams Family. Some people just didn't like this movie. Probably because it's an animated movie. What other movies are we comparing it to? Yeah, these are not really good comparisons. The Nut Job, Captain Underpants. Yeah, we can compare it to Captain Underpants, one of the worst movies of the year of ever made. So Captain Underpants, it is completely movie. That's why I not really want to compare it to that movie, because these are not really great comparisons. They're only comparisons because the similar movies. So now I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just compare it to Smallfoot, one of the worst movies of last year. Smallfoot. Does anyone remember Smallfoot? No one? Yeah, I thought so. So Smallfoot, Addams Family is ahead of Smallfoot here as well. Which on day 17, Smallfoot was at around like $55 million. And also Abominable was kind of killed by the Addams Family coming out. Zombieland Double Tap, not really doing too well at the box office. It's gonna break even, okay, but it's not really doing that well at the box office. It's doing okay, actually. $47 million. Yeah, and those dailies here. Um, and of course, you can compare it to the first movie. Problem with comparing it to the first movie came out in a different time. Okay, and it also doesn't help that the SJWs are trying to hurt the movie as well as Zombieland Double Tap, trying to make sure the movie isn't doing well because the first and second movie are kind of neck to neck right now. They're kind of neck to neck. Here. So if the first movie, if it continues to do like the first movie, it will eventually end up at $75 million. So it will eventually ended up over $60 million, which their weekend saw. And that's it. I'm not going to compare anything to the countdown. It did $9 million here. We can go over at the worldwide total, which is only $9 million. It's a movie I never heard of before. Black and Blue, another STX Entertainment movie. Wilson is an Addams Family and Zombie Man are like Joe Zombie Tap, Double Tap, but have budgets. Like Zombie Man Double Tap, for example, has a budget of like 40 million, so it's gonna make back its money. Same thing with the Addams Family has like a budget of like 20 to 40 million dollars. It wasn't really that expensive to make. If you want to see the budget, you have to go to the summary. So the summary for the movie, they don't always show the budget here. They'll show it in the movie. And for Black and Blue, never heard of it before. Zombie Man is going to become a flop. Black and Blue is an STX Entertainment movie. They don't show it here either. The budget. Um, and it's doing all right for a movie. The White House. That is a limited release movie. It's doing good at the box office considering it's a limited release movie. Then it's Gemini Man. This movie is a complete flop. This movie has like $180 million budget. Um, it's just doing absolutely abysmal. They don't show the budget for this movie either. But we all know this movie has like 100. Did they actually show the budget for this movie? That if you look at Wikipedia, you know the budget is 148 million to 158 million, and the box office for Gemini Man is only at 125 million. So this movie is a guaranteed certified. So we have, and also doesn't have this box office mojo's website is completely just terrible now. Current War, never heard. This is a movie they start as another woke movie, another movie that's starting to try to pop up, say it's one of the best movies ever made. No one's watching it. This movie is just not doing well at the box office. No one wants to see it. Current War is completely bombing at the box office. Oh, they have it for this movie. Yeah, this movie is completely bombing. And of course, the critics saying this is such a great movie. You know, you have to see this. You know, it's such a great movie. It's about technology. No one cares. You know, no one cares but the current war director's cut. I don't know if that's an actual release of a movie. Um, so we don't know if that's actual flop or not. But 40 million, it's flopping based on its $40 million budget. We don't know if that's an actual release because it is says director's cut. So abominable. Yeah, no one is buying this movie. Okay. Yeah, this movie is completely just dying off. Completely expected for a movie that no one wanted. Okay. It will probably make back its money. It has a $75 million budget. Um, some of these movies you actually have to look up the budgets. Downtown Abbey is kind of dead. Parasite, Expansion, and Jojo Rabbit. And it's funny how Hustler's completely deleted, just disappeared. What are the worst movies? Okay, do they have it on Daily Top? And yeah, we'll go on here and see if they have it. Yeah, no, they don't have the weekend yet. They take until like 11 o'clock to really update it. So, and Hustlers is another movie that no one really cares about. Let's look here. See if they actually were tracking because they sometimes don't track movies. So yeah, they didn't really update this movie yet. Which I don't believe it's out of fetus at all. No, this didn't do well. They didn't track this movie yet. They didn't get the data for this movie yet, so it's probably gonna go around $1 million. Sadly, this movie made $100 million at the box office, which it doesn't deserve. Okay, of all movies to go for $100 million, and that's basically it. The box office has been updated. Um, that's a whole complete update. Um, and that's basically it. Goodbye.